stir crazy. How are we doing tonight? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not doing so hot tonight actually. I actually got fired. My boss tried to pull the card that I was acting like a racist and a bigot, so I told her, well, it looks like I'm running for president this year. I have to admit that I actually am a terrible employee because so many times people come up to me and they'll ask me just the dumbest questions like, are you busy? No, I'm Keeley. And then I walk away. My worst fear is job interviews. I absolutely hate going in for a new job interview because I look for the number one red flag that they give me, where they give you the number one sentence that you're looking for. Oh, we're just like a family here. Have you met my family? I'm here to avoid them, not make a new one. Speaking of family, my family actually played Wheel of Fortune before I was born, and they put 3 E's in my first name, and I'm still trying to figure out how they afforded all those vowels. Because I grew up extremely poor. Like, my mom tried really hard, and she could have tried harder in the kitchen, especially where women belong. Although she used to make recipes out of just like 2 ingredients. She would take white rice and ground beef, and for some awful reason, ketchup was the seasoning. No matter how hard we pray over this, this will never become a meatloaf, Mom. Although the richest thing that she did tell me, oh, it's made with love, sweetie. Mom, love is not enough, and if it was, you would have given it to me as a child. Oh, you're so sympathetic, it's cute. It's my trauma, it's all right. Could laugh at, I promise. I think my dad would be a little disappointed in me right now because he's definitely a cars man. Because all of the dash lights are on my car right now, he'd be so upset with me. But I told them, I'm sorry, Dad, they remind me of red flags, so I've learned how to ignore them. I did turn 25 this year. Yeah, give it up for 25. I'm gonna admit, I feel like I'm going through my quarter life crisis. I've learned so much since turning 25. I learned how to break a bone this year. Woo, yeah, and turns out when you break a bone, you have to be really specific with Jesus. Because I went to him and said, God, please just give me a break. He really does work in mysterious ways. You know who else works in mysterious ways? Do I have any nurses in the audience tonight? Great, I hate you guys. I am so tired of people that tell me to wait and then tell me my weight. And then when you're up on the scale, they'll try to give you diet ideas too. Oh, you need to cut back on your carbs. You need to let go of those donuts. Well, you're going to be driving on a donut because I slashed your tire in the parking lot. I don't need that negativity. I think it was really sweet that they were like, oh, why don't you try the 12-step program? Listen, I can't even make it up 12 stairs, let alone successfully make it down. But they told me, oh, don't worry, cows also have that difficulty. Oh, it's not the first time I've been called a heifer. My partner's actually the opposite of heifer. He is a very petite man, which means I could throw him over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes. And so every time I go into Walmart, I'm scared he's gonna get kidnapped. I'm like, sweetheart, please hold on to the grocery cart or I'm gonna leave you in the car like a responsible parent. Although we've been engaged for like 2 years now, so everyone's like, when are you guys gonna get married? When's the date already? And I'm like, it's probably gonna be the same one that ends up on my mother's headstone. She keeps saying over my dead body. I sure hope so. Although he's a really cute little country singer, but as a stand-up comedian, my worst fear now is that our kids are gonna end up being rodeo clowns. And we'll land on one thing. I lose everything. I lose everything in my bra. I'm sorry. It's turned into a purse at this point. Because I have lost my phone, my wallet, and my man in there. So I've started calling it the Bra Muta Triangle. Thank you guys so much. I've been Killer.Keeley. And now I want to bring a second timer up here because it's time for Chelsea Honorista.